Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. Kim Kardashian is finally speaking up about Kanye West, and she's breaking down in tears. And I got to say, look, it's a believable performance. However, the podcast dropped the same time that TMZ conveniently got clips and a headline to tell the world that she's crying as she's talking Kanye and shielding her kids. Now, look, I'm not here to try to be mean to Kim. I'll let you guys make up your own mind. I want to play a couple clips from this interview because she is finally talking about Kanye, and I've been curious what her thoughts were. But here's host Angie Martinez asking about Kanye.
Is it a conscious thing to not talk about it, or to I don't know. I feel like, and this could just be my assumption, is that you protect your kids.
I definitely protected him, and I still will.
Now, what's interesting there is she referred to him as one of her kids. They were talking about the kids, but yeah, they're talking about Kanye, and she's admitting she's been protecting him.
In the eyes of my kids, for my kids. So in my home, my kids don't know anything that goes on the outside world. And I've managed.
How do you do that?
I've managed to. I'm holding on by a thread. I know I'm like so close to that not happening, but while it's still that way, I will protect that to the end of the earth as long as I can. Like I will. I mean, my kids, they don't know anything.
How?
So
with social, they're in school, they're on social.
So at school, like some of my best friends are the teachers. So I know what goes on at recess. I know what goes on at lunchtime. I hear what's being talked about. None of the kids have ever said anything to my kids.
So hold on, I got to pause because I got to offer commentary in this clip. She's basically admitting that her whole kid's school is basically keeping up with the Kardashians itself. She's got spies and the whole thing all day long. She knows exactly what's being talked about to those kids at all points in time. Do you guys believe that? Or is this PR spin? I mean, look, I feel for her. I do. She's going through a lot with Kanye doing this breakdown. However, this is total media spin to protect her own image and her own brand and make her, oh, poor Kim and the kids. Which, honestly, given all that Kanye has done, is valid. It's the first time I would say, okay, yeah, Kim deserves to be able to do this right now. But do you believe the kids know nothing? Really? Weren't the kids involved in some of the show where they brought up, Mommy, look at this tape that's on Roblox? It feels like she uses the kids when she wants to. But then when it's about Dad, no, I protect them from him. They have no idea. They have no idea. Aren't they around him too?
Wow.
Social media, my kids aren't. North has a TikTok account on my phone and my phone only. They're just not on social media. They don't see stuff.
They are on Kanye was mad at her because she had a TikTok. She was on social media.
I keep, when stuff's going down, like I protect stuff in the house as far as like the TVs and the content
that
that's
feels
on.
Like it must be a full-time job.
Yeah, no, that's subtle shade because Kim Kardashian's all about keeping her name, Kanye, the drama, all of it, her whole family's drama in the headlines, all over social media, all over the media. That's her brand, whether she likes it or not.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a full-time job.
But worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, worth it because I think that, of course, I want to disassociate in specific thoughts and things being said because that's not me. But at the same time, in my home, like I could be going through something, but if we're riding to school and they want to listen to their dad's music, no matter what we're going through and no matter what is happening in the world, like I have to have that, smile on my face and blast his music and sing along with my kids and act like nothing's wrong. As soon as I drop them off, I can have a good cry or, text back and do what I got to do. But it's like, I had the best dad. I don't want to get emotional.
No.
It's just been a day for me. But like.
It's been a time.
It has been. It's hard. Shit is like co-parenting. It's really fucking hard, And like.
You're not co-parenting with just anyone.
Yeah.
That's true. Do you believe these tears? Do you believe this? I mean, I believe the things she's saying there. It's not easy. Can't imagine it's easy. And I do believe the kids, a good parent in any divorce obviously never speaks ill of their partner, no matter how mad or crazy they are. You just can't. For the sake of the kids, you got to be supportive of each other. It's the most important thing to do as a parent, to always, no matter what, always make sure that they're, especially as they're little, to support their parents, the father, the mother. You have to. And I do believe it. I've heard things about Kim, like behind, I've heard that she's good in that regard. And honestly, she hasn't thrown Kanye under the bus as many times as she could have. She really hasn't. She's been quiet. So this portion, PR spin or not, I think is fair.
For the quietest, easiest.
But I had the best dad, and I had the best memories and the greatest experience. And that's all I want for my kids. As long as they can have that, that's what I would want for them, So like, if they don't know things that are being said or what's happening in the world, like, why would I ever bring that energy to them? That's like real heavy grown-up shit that they're not ready to like deal with, and when they are, we'll have those conversations, but like, and I'll be so prepared, but until then, I'll do anything to like keep their life as normal as possible.
They don't have a normal. This is like how,
but they're so normal.
Oh, she has like, no, trust me, they're not. I mean, are they? I mean, I don't mean that with any shade. I just mean like they're in such a celebrity level, so much security. I mean, sure, they're normal. I don't mean it that way, but they're not normal. They're a very high class of people, which isn't normal. That level of fame and celebritydom and money isn't normal. To have your parents be Kim Kanye, not a lot of people can really relate to that. They just can't. So there's a lot going here. There's some I do give and believe and feel for her genuinely. And there's some where I'm like, no, this is just Kardashian spin. It's really hard to decipher, but it's one of the first times where I'm like, I don't think she had any orchestration in trying to get Kanye to go the way that he's gone. It's not good for their kids. It's just not. And she may be, using it to try to help her own brand. But what do you guys think? I want to hear your thoughts down below. We got one more. She also responded to Balenciaga. But hit that button, hit that bell, hit that like button, that thumbs up. I want to hear your thoughts as you're watching. Do you buy it? Am I being harsh, or you accept this? There's one more clip here that came in through. Is this going to play? Hold on. There it is. Boom.
It's not my plate.
This is a clip. TMZ pulled a clip. Again, conveniently, right? TMZ pulled clips right as the episode launched. So that means they gave clips to TMZ, which they do.
Anymore to really like jump in. And sometimes, obviously, I have to, but then sometimes I'm like, wait a minute. I posted something in support of the Jewish community, or like even with the Balenciaga thing.
Now, for those of you who don't remember the Balenciaga thing, she's, was quiet and supported them in a sort of called them out, but also said, I'm against what they did to children. Like, appreciate the removal, the campaigns, and the apology. I believe they're understanding the seriousness of the issue, and will take the necessary measures to make sure this never happens again. I don't know how she can believe that. As for my future, I'm currently reevaluating based on the willingness to accept accountability for something that should never happen to begin with, and the actions I expect to see them to protect children. So, she did a fair, some would say fair, but others would say not enough is really where I think the line was. And she's about to talk about that.
It was like, everyone was like, why aren't you speaking out? Why aren't you speaking out? And I'm like, wait, I'm not in this campaign. I don't know what's happening. Let me like take a minute to research this. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as I saw what everyone was seeing on the internet and the reality of the situation, I completely spoke out and gave my thoughts on child porn and completely denounced it. Mm-hmm. But because I didn't say, fuck you, Balenciaga, that's it, people got mad at that. So it's,
yeah, it's true. They did get mad at that. They didn't like it. But she could have said it harsher. What do you guys think?
They're mad if I don't speak out. They're mad if I do speak out.
Welcome to being a celebrity, Kim. You have experienced this for quite some time. Don't act surprised.
And if I don't cancel, mm-hmm. they're just mad that.
If you don't cancel, I mean, in this instance, just don't associate yourself with a brand that's doing some sketchy stuff. That's not cancel culture.
If you don't cancel someone in today's society, then it's just can't. Like, I know people talk about cancel culture and how crazy it is, but it's still happening. And so,
no, wait, you don't get to go defend Balenciaga like as if it's cancel culture. This is like a weird, subtle, like, I'm with Kanye, that why are they canceling him? I'm anti-cancel culture, which of course, obviously I am. But it's become this like catch-all thing of like, oh, well, wait a second. We can't go. I mean, yeah, we need to obviously take a moment to accept things, of course. But the Balenciaga stuff was messed up. It's like, it's very easy to say, I'm not involved in this campaign. I don't know what the hell this is. And I'm not involved with them until I understand what's happening. Boom, in and out. This is an area that's really sensitive for me and I can't be associated with it. And I hope it's sorted out. But just to say my things, I obviously don't encourage or endorse this. And I'm not involved in this, nor will I be involved with them until I feel confident that this is taken care of. Boom, in and out. You're just protecting your brand as you should and protecting kids.
It's never been my place.
Yeah.
The whole point of life is to make mistakes, is to grow and to evolve and to be better people. Obviously, there is absolutely no place or an ounce to even play with anything with children.
Yes.
Any sexualization of children, there's not an ounce of that.
But you don't want to cancel them.
That should be in our brains and in our society. I get that. I couldn't have been more clear on this is horrifying. This is disturbing.
You were not clear. That's not clear enough. I'm shaken by disturbing images and safe. Children must be held in the highest regard and attempts to normalize of any kind shouldn't have no place in our society, period. I mean, she said it, I guess. It could have been a little bit more outraged, but then I appreciate their removal and apology. I don't know. Is this enough, guys? Is this damage control working for you?
Disturbing. I mean, but unless they heard what they wanted to hear is like, fuck you, you're canceled.
I don't like that language, but what do you guys think? Do you agree with her? Do you disagree with her? Do you believe the tears? Do you think this was genuine? Where I'm at, I do. I think she genuinely is struggling with this Kanye dilemma. It's a real dilemma. This is the first time I think she she has feelings and emotions, but I'm just saying this is the first time I've seen such a public thing affecting her that I do believe is a genuine stress in her life, because this man the father of her children is out there being an anti-Semite and supporting the people who won who lost World War II. I mean, it's like, that's messed up. I don't understand. I still can't fathom why Kanye is doing what he does. And to be the mother of his kids and trying to like talk him off that ledge, and he just won't. And then he's tripling down into it. I believe there's some serious emotion and tears in that. I do. But there's also a lot of PR spin. That's where the Kardashians are really beautiful. Even in the most genuine emotional moment, I still think they're figuring out, how can we better our brand? How do we get this out to TMZ so it helps us? Kris Jenner doing her job. That's what she does as the mama of this. And is that why Kanye is part of the reason he's having so much trouble? Because he's just worried, as Jody said on our stream the other day, that Kim is just getting them ready to be the next ones? That it's all going to be the same? I mean, yeah, that would freak me out too. And Kanye's just losing all his power of his kids and everything else. There's a lot going on there. It doesn't justify what he said. But I can understand why that could break a man. What do you guys think of all this? I'm curious your thoughts. Please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe and stay tuned for more. I can be live today, but Steph will be here live tomorrow. Appreciate you guys. I hope you had a wonderful holiday, and I hope you have a fantastic New Year's Eve coming up this weekend.